Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, since I started the channel, I've received a few messages, not many, from people asking me different questions, which is great. I love the feedback, gives me an idea for videos and see how I can be helpful and, achieve the goal, accomplish the mission. And one thing that I've had people asking about is like they're going to basic, and somebody asked me, more than one person, what's advice for basic? What are some things they could do? Because there's some videos out there, but when I was looking, I didn't find any that I thought were like too helpful. And there's probably some out there. There's other creators. I'm not trying down nobody. Maybe the algorithm just didn't serve me at what I need to find. So I said, the hell with it. I'll make a video. So if you're going to basic, whether you signed up or if you're thinking about going to recruiter or if you ship out soon, hopefully you don't ship out too soon because I feel like you should be doing this research or some homework ahead of time to prepare yourself. There's three. There's only three things you really need to know before you go to basic. The first, you need to know your reporting statement. Basically, anytime someone who's not a trainee, who's also someone who has like that Smokey the Bear hat or military training instructor or DI, whatever, when they talk to you, what is the first thing they expect for you to say? So with the Air Force, it's trainee, well, correction, I already started off wrong. It's sir, ma'am, trainee, your last name reports with an S as ordered. So it'll be like, sir, trainee Smith reports as ordered. Ma'am, trainee Johnson reports as ordered. First thing out your face. Now understand it, this is not something you keep saying. It's like if you were talking to somebody, you wouldn't say hello before every sentence. You say it when the interaction begins to establish that, hey, they have your attention, you're there. What's up? What can I do? What do you need? And I emphasize the S because I guarantee you, if you're going to Air Force Basic, someone's going to say reporting with an ing. They're not going to have a good time.
French fry when you pizza, you're gonna have a bad time.
Actually, I think there's a video on YouTube of somebody saying it, like reporting, and the MCI was just like, you're getting smoked for doing something so dumb. So you need to know what you need to say. Now, different branches have different reporting statements. I believe the Army still does the sir sandwich.
Me, sir, yes, sir!
Sir, no, sir. Ma'am, no, ma'am. Air Force doesn't do that. It's that reporting statement. Got to know that before you get there. That's step the first. If you can't even get that right, you're already starting off on the wrong foot. Know your reporting statement. Number two, be able to pass a PT test, like a physical training assessment, a PT test. Whatever branch you're going into, you can Google the requirements for your age and your gender for wherever you're going. So, like in the Air Force, if you're a 24-year-old female, you can look up how fast you have to do a mile and a half, how many push-ups you got to do, how many sit-ups you got to do. If you're going into Marine Corps, how long do you have to run your 3 mile? How many push-ups? How many sit-ups? How many pull-ups?
Do you mean to tell me that you cannot do one single pull-up?
If you're going into the Navy, how far do you have to swim and from where to where and in what style? Like, you need to know these things. You need to be at the minimums before you get there. To be honest with you, if you're at the minimums, you're in a bad place. You are. Like, if your max time for your mile and a half in the Air Force is 12 minutes and you're running it at like 11:55, like you're barely making it, you are setting yourself up to fail because you do these events in succession. So like if you get up, I can get up and run a mile and a half. Yeah, but can you do that after doing a minute of push-ups full stop, a minute of sit-ups full stop, and then running out? And like, can you do that? Because if not, you're in a bad place. You can find this stuff online. I can't emphasize how easy all these things are to do. I'll put a link in the description for like the Air Force one, and I think I found the Army one and the Marine one, Navy one. Space Force uses Air Force. Coast Guard probably uses something, but I don't care. If I find it, I'll put it. If not, but look it up. Know what your minimums are, and be at those before you get there. If you are not,
You're gonna have a bad time.
that's non-negotiable. It's pretty straightforward. That's easy to do. The third thing you need, and this is the one you're probably going to do some homework for, you need to know all the rank and insignia from E1 to O10. Now, that sentence sounded like I was speaking a foreign language. You got some homework to do. You behind the ball. So for E1, like there's an enlisted side and an officer side. Basically, people who came with degrees and people who didn't. Um, you can come in with a degree enlisted, but like to be an officer, you have to have a conferred 4-year degree. But you need to know the difference between a staff sergeant and a first sergeant and a master sergeant and a chief master sergeant and an airman first class. Those are all different things. And know the symbols, like the rank on someone's chest, what that looks like. So when you're talking to somebody, you can address them by their rank. If you call a chief master sergeant a first sergeant probably gonna laugh at you and then have someone else make your day difficult because it's a chief. Probably not gonna do it. He or she's not gonna do it themselves. The same way on the officer side. You need to know the difference between a lieutenant, captain, major, a light colonel, a full bird. Time out. Because I'm used to saying it. It's lieutenant colonel and just colonel. Do not call a lieutenant colonel a light colonel. You just getting in are not in a position to do that. Lieutenant colonel and colonel. Saying we need to know the difference between all the different stars. Like 1, 2, 3, and 4-star generals all have different names. Because I like y'all, I'm gonna hook you up with something. What was told to me, or the anagram or the mnemonic device, whatever the hell it's called, that I use is be my little general. So B, brigadier, 1-star, my major, 2-star, little lieutenant, 3-star, general, 4-star. There are generals, there is no prefix, it's just general. Now, in conversation, anyone with a star you can refer to as general. However, you, being a new person going to the basic, you're not meeting a general. So pretty confident there's no generals taking meetings with random trainees. If you are meeting one, you're in a group and they're speaking to a crowd. And if you are going to have like some FaceTime with the general, you're prepped beforehand by your leadership to make sure you don't embarrass yourself or anybody else. So you know what their rank is, how to pronounce their name, and how to conduct yourself accordingly with the proper customs and courtesies. Those are the 3 things that you need. Reporting statement was the first thing out of your face when they come talk to you. Number 2, PT standards. So when they tell you go run, you're fast enough not to make your life difficult. Number 3, rank structure. So you know the rank of the person you're talking to. And you can't just guess up. Like if you come across the staff sergeant and you call him master sergeant, he's gonna laugh and then probably make you push the earth down.
Huh?
Yeah, I was told that before. I was told that I stopped pushing up to push the earth down. Everybody has stories from basic. It's stressful when you're there, but afterwards you're like, it's a good time because it's all achieving a goal. Those are the 3 things you need. Now, if there's anything else that I can go over, that I can help, I can elaborate on, let me know, and I'll make a video on it if I can. If I can't, then I can't. I'll probably say in the comments. Secondarily, like the video if you found this helpful. Subscribe if you want to support me. Greatly appreciated. Everybody subscribes. I know, like, if it tells me some people are private, so I can't see the number just goes up, but I know when it's so few subscribers, my phone rings when I get a new one. So I thank you for everyone who subscribes. And leave a comment if you found this helpful, or if you want me to elaborate on something, or if you have feedback. I don't have a lot of subscribers, so I read most of the comments within 24 hours, and I get back to them almost immediately. With that being said, this video is brought to you by still nobody. Like, I'm not even at 1,000 subscribers. Like, I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart because I want to help people. I genuinely do. Like, no one's paying me or telling me to do this. But if you like what I'm doing, like the video, subscribe, leave a comment. If you know someone who's going to basic, send it to them. If they got questions, they can funnel them back to me, and I'll be honest with them. Like, I don't have nothing to hide, and I always cite my sources down below. If I don't know, I'll tell you. But we can help find the answer if we can. That being said, y'all take it easy, man.